about new habits, starting new habits, building new habits, and I have a few videos where I've talked about building new habits, but do not forget to check them out. But you don't just need to start new habits, you don't just need to build new habits all the time. Sometimes all you need to do is let go of old habits that are affecting you and stopping you from growing. So in this video, we're going to look at 5 toxic habits that you need to let go of, and you need to let them go from now. So let's get into today's video. Hey fam, how are you doing today? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Tobi Achidime, and here on this channel we talk about topics, tips and tricks that will help us grow fearlessly to the best versions of ourselves. If you're interested in videos like that, then you want to stick around and click the subscribe button so you get notified when we have new videos up. Today we're going to be looking at 5 toxic habits that you need to let go of that is hindering you from growing to be the best version of yourself. If you have been feeling mentally down, drained, and tired or exhausted or anything, it just might be that these habits are affecting you and stopping you from growing into who you want to grow into. So let's get into today's video. Get a glass of your favorite drink and let's talk about these 5 habits that you need to let go of starting from today. Number 1 is being obsessed with productivity instead of purpose. And I have been there before. Being constantly overwhelmed or choosing to just always check things as done, to check your list as done, and you are ignoring the part of purpose on it. I actually blame a little bit of this on hustle culture, because hustle culture tells you that you always need to be on the go, you always need to be moving, looking for the next thing to do, the next goal to achieve, the next step to take, and all of that. And then you forget the part of feeling fulfilled in whatever it is that you are doing, feeling fulfilled in the journey and feeling satisfied in what you're doing. This is the part of choosing productivity over purpose. Because when you do this, you would feel like, yes, you have done all the things that you need to do, but deep down you feel empty. You feel like something is missing. You're not satisfied with the results that you're seeing. You feel like you haven't done enough, or you haven't done as much as you are willing to, or that you're able to do. It's because you've traded purpose for productivity. Now, there is no problem with being a productive person. I love to be a productive person. I work towards that. I preach that sermon all the time, that you need to be productive every day. But there is nothing wrong with you being productive and effective, being productive and purposeful, which is the message that I want to preach. The fact that you want to be productive does not mean that you have to let go of purpose or let go of what you need to do to make sure that you're growing into the best version of yourself. So there is a difference between you being busy and seeing that you have done all the things that you need to do, and being busy and productive, or being busy and effective. We always strive towards being busy and just ending it with being productive at the end of the day. But there is a part of being effective in whatever it is that you have done, being efficient and being purposeful in whatever it is that you have done. And talking about it, I don't mean the purpose being the big thing that you're expecting to be revealed to you or be unveiled to you as what you're supposed to do with life. Some people have it in that way. Other people have it in the daily steps and actions that they do. However, the difference between just being productive and purposeful is that you feel satisfaction in what you're doing. You feel like, yes, you're doing something that is leading to you being the person that you need to be, you working in the path that is designed and ordained for you to be in. So do not trade productivity for purpose, or do not trade purpose for productivity. Either ways, do not just stick or be satisfied with being productive, that you let go of being purposeful, that you let go of achieving the things that you need to do, because that is what you are supposed to do with it. So you want to make sure that you are in alignment with whatever it is that you want to do. So there's a difference between being productive and being effective. You can be both, but do not just be one. Do not just be productive without being effective in purpose. And either ways with it too, purpose can definitely find itself in it. And that's the goal. Number 2 is comparing yourself on social media. So one of the things that helped me with this is that a long time ago, someone told me that social media, and that's the time where we didn't even have as much apps as we do now. Social media is the living room of a lot of people. So in the living room, say you're expecting a guest to come visit you. In your living room, it's all nice and fancy, very well clean. Everything is dusted. The dining table is set. Everything looks amazing. But if you go into the room or into the store, it may not look as nice as, because the living room is where you expect your guests to be. So you make it as nice as, you make it beautiful, you make it welcoming. That is what social media is for a lot of people. It's their living room. And so they make it beautiful, they make it nice, they make it look as clean and as aesthetically pleasing as possible. Doesn't mean that that is what is going on with them. So if you spend your days comparing yourself to what you see on social media, you're comparing yourself to an abstract, to something that is not real, because you will put in effort to make the living room look nice, even if on a normal day that's not what it looks like. People come there looking their best, looking nice and all and clean and everything, but that may not be what is going on typically in their houses. Another example I would like to share with you with this is that sometimes when you see a family, you see them acting all lovey-dovey, nice, clean, and just happy to be with each other. But behind closed doors, you never can tell if they're always fighting or at each other's neck. Again, you can't tell, because what they let you see is that they're a family that is in love and always in love. And so social media, again, is like that. You don't want to be comparing yourself to what people make you believe. It's like make-believe. When you want to compare yourself, I would say that you should compare yourself to who you were yesterday, so that you can push to be better. And I have a video where I've talked about this. I'm going to find it and link it in this video somewhere here and also in the description bar. Do not compare yourself to what is going on social media. Most of the time, it's not real. A few months ago, I think they were going to ban TikTok in America, and a lot of the TikTokers that made a lot of money and huge following came out to say that what they were showing as their life was not their life. And so you see that this just goes on to tell you that social media is not where you want to be comparing anything with. Have fun on social media, pick the truths that you need to pick, enjoy what you need to enjoy there, but do not let it be what you compare your life with. Number 3 is negative talk, negative self-talk disguised as humility. And why are we still doing this in 2025? Why are you still covering up negative talk with humility? Example is, you have just finished a wonderful project and someone comes to appreciate you, and then you go, oh, I really didn't do much. What I did was just this. It's not really as difficult as you think it is, or whatever it is. That is you talking down on yourself, and you are aware that that is what you are doing. So do not mask it with humility, because that is not humility. And I should say that appreciation is something that a lot of people struggle to give. So the fact that they are giving you appreciation, they are giving you appreciative words or telling you well done, you have done well, please accept it. Accept the thanks that they give you, accept the well done that they give you, because you don't know how hard it was for them to say that thing. But apart from that, do not then let your negative energy come off as humility, because it is not that. What you want to do is work on your negative energy, work on your negative self-talk, and do not downgrade yourself. Do not underestimate what you can do or who you are because you think that you are nothing. God sees you as something. He sees you as important. He sees you as the apple of his eyes. And so that is who you should see yourself as, not somebody that is not able to do it. Do not downgrade or underestimate the capacity and the ability that he has put in you, because while you're trying to put that off as humility, in itself, it is prideful. And we know that God resists the proud, so do not make yourself prideful. What message that sends is that you feel like you should be more than what you are, or you feel like what they're telling you did, you can do better than that. While that may be true, don't mask it off as humility, and do not degrade yourself in that way. Number 4 is tolerating environments that drain you. Now, I don't know if this happens to you, but it happens to me. Sometimes you're talking to people, you're engrossed in conversations with people, and at the end of that conversation, you just see that your energy is done. You are drained, exhausted, and everything. Those are environments that you don't have to be in all the time. You don't have to be. Imagine you being in an environment where every time you come out of it, you feel done, you feel exhausted, you feel like virtue has left you, and you are there 7 days a week. You're always going to feel like virtue leaves you and you are not able to replenish whatever is leaving you. This is not an environment for us to be. And sometimes you feel like you don't want to be rude, or you don't want to be, what's the word? I can't even find the word. And not patronize whatever it is that drains your energy. Listen to this. If you are in a business of helping somebody, and I use that loosely in the sense that you want to provide help or prefer solutions to people's problem, but every time you get there, you always feel done, you feel like your energy is done, then there is no way you're going to be of help to anybody. And you can love people from a distance. You can help people from a distance. You don't have to be in their space to feel drained before you know that you have done something for them. Sometimes we even see this happening spiritually. There are places that you go to, and every time you feel like you have to check again your faith, you have to see if you still trust God, if you still believe God, because those environments drain you of your faith. They drain you of trusting God. You come out of there and you're asking yourself questions like, is God even real? Do I still trust God or anything? Places like that are not places that you want to be. And the problem is we always realize these places or these things, but we just feel like you want to be the saint and not live there. I give you the permission to be the enemy and leave such environments. It helps you in no way. So do not entertain it and do not allow it to go on for too long. There is only so much negativity that you can take as a human. Number 5 is delaying obedience. One of the things that I hear often with people is that they say they don't think that God talks to them. And immediately I hear that, I automatically assume or believe that the reason why you think that God doesn't speak to you is because God has spoken to you so many times and you have drowned his voice with your own thinking, with logic, with your own sense. And so even when he's speaking to you, you can't identify it because when you don't spend as much time with him to identify his voice, but also you have gotten so used to drowning his voice down with reasoning and logic that you cannot tell that he's the one speaking to you. Delaying obedience is one of the things that leads us to get to this point. Now, what does this look like? It looks like you getting a vision or you getting an idea that you believe or know that it's been dropped in your spirit by God. And instead of you doing what you need to do, you begin to question it and give yourself excuses. I'm not ready for this. It's not time for me to do this. I'll do this later. I need a year to be ready for all of this project and all of that. That is you delaying obedience, because it's not you saying no, but it's you saying I'm not ready to do what you want me to do now. And the thing about God is that if you put him in that position, he definitely is going to find somebody else to do what he's asked you to do, because while you may not be willing to obey him now, there are 1,001 people that are willing to obey him just at the snap of his finger. So you should know that, and know that if he's chosen you to do something, it's because he believes you can do it. So that should be enough for you to believe in yourself to do it as well. So stop delaying obedience. Stop delaying your step to doing what God wants you to do, because it also limits your growth. It limits you because you're not growing into the version you want to be. You're also not growing into the version that God wants you to be. And according to Prophet Samuel, obedience is better than sacrifice. So it is better for you to obey than for you to sacrifice whatever it is that you want to sacrifice. So that's it in this video. I hope that this video helps you to identify the toxic habits that you need to let go of. Let me know which of these ones you're going to let go of today in the comment section. I love to see them. Also, do not forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I'm sure you did. Let me know that you did by giving it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't, share with as many people as you can, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Till next time, bye.